So first, I want to express my deepest gratitude to all of you, all of these groups, party caucus that are supporting us moving into with the climate finance and sustainable development in general. I want to thank MP Turnbull for his leadership, and I thank all the MPs that have co-signed and supported the motion. You know, well, it is increasingly evident that our financial system is passively suffering from increasing climate risk. We have yet to tackle how it is contributing actively to the climate crisis by financing and facilitating emissions from fossil fuels, causing this planetary warming. The science is clear. The solutions are there. We have hope that our financial institutions will rise to the climate challenge, but we know that hope is not a strategy. World-leading Canadian legislation is. We have heard from our panelists that regulations are necessary because we have to give clear signals to the finance world. So S243, the Climate Aligned Finance Act, CAFA for short, is a comprehensive set of legislative change to align the financial sector with climate commitments and set us on an ambitious path to climate-safe future, not only for our generations, but for next generations to come, and to help addressing reconciliation. It was drafted, CAFA was drafted in consultation with dozens of international and national experts. And rather than being a set of best practice, the bill humbly is a collection of the best ideas from across the world, adapted to the Canadian legal landscape. We gather some of the best minds and propose a framework that can take Canada from international laggard to a leader. These measures include enforcing science-based targets and holding financial institutions accountable to them, establishing climate alignment as a superseding duty, which is the cornerstone of our intergenerational duty to our kids, grandkids, and future generations, and strengthening capital adequacy requirement. We just heard that there is actually not very complicated to see if we are doing progress. Emissions must go down, and cash flows capital must go in the right direction of clean tech. So we can have a low carbon economy, a knowledge economy, a well-being economy. Taken together, these measures will result in greater climate resilience across our whole financial ecosystem. So thank you again to all my colleagues from Parliament and from all lines of politics. And I hope that many more will join motion 84. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm pleased to be here on behalf of the NDP and to express my support both for Senator Galvez's bill, the Climate Aligned Finance Act, and for MP Turnbull's motion, which are part of this move to align our financial system with the imperative of climate action. We know that voluntary approaches aren't working. We can't simply encourage these institutions to do the right thing. We need to require it. And I think that's very much the spirit of Senator Galvez's bill, which changes the rules that our financial system operates by. We need an all-hands-on-deck approach, and of course the financial system is one of the most powerful tools that we have. I ride a bicycle to work every day on the hill, and I was thinking about metaphors for how to describe the situation we're currently in. Right now it feels like when we have the biggest financial institutions in our country investing in the very activities that are worsening the problem, it feels like we're trying to ride our bike with the brakes stuck on. The financial system, by contrast, can be a tailwind if we reset the rules and we ensure real accountability for the sector. I'll take a little bit of a different approach to my colleague MP Turnbull, who expressed that we can't be too attached to how this thing looks. I think that Senator Galvez's bill, because there has been so much thought that's gone into it, because it reflects really some of the strongest thinking on how we reform our financial system, We know that time is of the essence, and because all this work has been done, because it's been articulated in legislation, it's imperative now that we move it through the legislative process as quickly as possible. And it's wonderful to see all of the four parties lined up here on the stage today showing support for the overall direction of this initiative. I'm really pleased that it's something that the NDP has got behind. And I'll add one more thought, which is that this isn't only about aligning the power of the financial system behind our climate ambition as a country. It's also about protecting the ordinary Canadians who are invested in pension funds, who stand to bear a lot of the risk if these institutions continue to invest in activities that aren't part of the transition that we know is so important. So thank you very much for coming today, and thank you to my colleagues for being part of this initiative.